As a great disappointment. Trying to be generous and kind on this. Yes, the immediate aftermath of 9/11, he did a good job. And going into Afghanistan, I think he did a very good job. He waited enough till there was the infrastructure there in the U.S. military approach, and he really kept tabs on it, and explained it well to the American people, got the international community involved, with all of NATO now involved in Afghanistan. So I think he did a very good job on something like that. And then with Iraq, I thought he was very brave going into Iraq. And I do think that Clinton would have done the same thing in that situation. But of course, you know, Clinton doesn't say that now. But I do believe that after 9/11, almost any president would have done that. But I think that he will be seen as, even though he had an MBA, Master's of Business Administration from Harvard, as the least capable business administrator in the presidency. Lincoln, who never ran anything. Lincoln had a two-man law firm, okay, with Herndon, and never ran an office, never, you know, did anything. He proved to be an executive that was exceptional as an executive. Here we have a president who has a Harvard MBA, and he can't keep people accountable, can't appoint good people, can't hold them to accountability, can't fire them if they totally mess up. And to me, it's inexcusable. Well, Henry V's father, Henry IV, was ruling the land while the kid was drinking too much, cavorting in the bars, and everything like that. And so the analogy with George Herbert Walker Bush, where George W. Bush was drinking too much, cavorting in the bars, and horsing around like crazy, fit very well. Both young Prince Hal and George W. Bush became president in a very disputed kind of way. Here we had the Florida Chads there. And then the two of them got in a war that is still highly controversial and is being debated all these years later. So the analogy fits very well. We were invited to a small dinner at the White House years ago for Shakespeare's birthday. And it was a great event. I was called one day and just answered the phone. Hi, I'm Social Secretary of the White House. The President and Mrs. Bush would like to have you at a small dinner in 10 days' time, and can you make it? And I said, well, let me check my calendar. And the Social Secretary says, no one's ever said that to me before. And so I said, well, you're in luck, we can do it. So we went there, and then I was talking to Tom Wolfe, who was a great, great writer. And I'd known from before, and Bush, the president, came up to us and told Tom Wolfe he was just reading his book then. And so we chatted about that, and then mentioned Shakespeare. And I said to the president that there was a lot of analogies between him and Henry V. And he was very nice about it, but I got the idea that he had no idea what I was ever talking about. And I was not anxious to do the analogy because it's not terribly flattering.